All right, so we are ready to go ahead and add the next cutting tool here to this particular um, file. We've still got our 123 block open. I'm not using the um, standard stocked ones that comes in from Fusion, so I've got this Haas tool. Um, Actually, Haas sells these tools. They're not necessarily the manufacturer on them, but so we're going to go ahead and go over some of these tools and get this put into our program here and get it into our tool. So I'm going to go ahead and hit the plus button here again to add to this on our actual tool. So I might have some difficulties kind of going through as I'm trying to set this up. So um, as you take a look at this, this is a 1/8 diameter carbide end mill. It's 2 flutes, uncoated. It's got a 1/8 inch shank with a 3/8 inch length of cut on it. There's a 15 thousandths radius in the corner. We'll go over a little bit more of what this is. Notice how Haas gives it a their part number. Kind of use EM 2 flute 1/8. How they've got this abbreviated here with that. So now that makes a lot of sense. So, and again, most companies need to have some way to kind of reference this and know, because we do have a tremendous amount of different types of actual end mills out there. Now, the one thing here, because this has a 15 thousandths radius, um, I could technically say that this is really a bullnose radius here instead of a flat end mill. So we're going to go ahead and classify this as a bullnose radius. So yeah, I think this is going to kind of fall through every single time I kind of go to do that. Let me try to see if I can get out of this for just a second. I'm going to close this for a moment. We'll kind of come back in. Let me minimize this. Yeah, so with my screen, I'm going to have a few issues here where we're going to kind of have to back and forth between this as we kind of go through. But so I apologize. My screen's a little too small to be able for me to have both these on, and I don't want to make this website too small here either, because then you'll have problems seeing that as well. So let's go ahead and we're going to type in the description now. For this, we can just more or less copy uh, since we are getting this from this vendor, so I can go ahead and copy and paste that over in there. Right now I don't want that HSM. We'll just kind of do that, and we'll say the vendor for this is Haas. So we'll go ahead and put their part number or their product ID. So let's just go ahead and do that, and I'm going to copy. We'll paste this right in here too. And notice this also allows us to go ahead and put the, so I'm just going to copy and paste this product link right there in that as well, so that I've got all the information there. Now let's go ahead and head over to the cutter. This is a bullnose end mill, so it's in inches. In this case, it's 2 flute, so we need to kind of drop this down to 2 flute, and it is carbide, uncoated carbide as well. So we'll just go ahead and click on carbide. Our diameter is a 1/8 diameter, so we're going to go ahead and so both the shaft and the shank and the actual cutting diameter are the same way. Now, here's one thing that I don't. Let's go ahead and make that 0.125. One thing that I don't necessarily like about the terminology here in Onshape, we always kind of refer to this as the shank diameter. Here they're calling it the shaft diameter, so just know, and they are related, so it kind of comes up here, although sometimes you do have a larger shank diameter than you have on your cutter diameter, so you have to pay attention to that. Our overall length, we can get that here as we take a look at. Now, this is 3/8 length of cut, so we can kind of say right here is the length, shoulder, corner radius. So flute length. So the flute length is the actual length of cut. So in this case, this is going to be 0.375. So notice here how it's saying the shoulder. So um, we'll kind of take a look at the breakdown of this part. Most manufacturers for cutting tools do give you a little bit more information. So as we go down here, it's giving you the ISO material chart. Notice this is primarily used to cut aluminum. So it gives us a system of measurement. So the Haas sealing, again, carbide uncoated, corner type is radius, the shank type is smooth. In the next one we do, we'll talk about the difference between a smooth shank and what's referred to as a Weldon shank. Length type is standard. Now, here's where we get into more information that we need to start to kind of fill in here. The shank diameter is 1/8 of an inch. Length of cut is 3/8. Overall length is 1.5. So we've got that in there. Now, we sit here and talk about the next length right here. So as I take a look at this, so this is what we say length below the holder. Now, in this case, what we're really talking about is how far into the actual tool holder are we putting that. And there are some ratios. There's different things that affect the rigidity of our cutting tool in the holder that we want to pay attention to. In this case, it's kind of the auto default kind of set to 1 inch, which would mean we would technically have about a 1/2 inch of holding into this holder, which may or may not be enough. Again, we could sit there and talk about, is this a shrink fit holder? Is this a collet holder? Is this a what we would refer to as an end mill holder? So, and we'd have to kind of pay attention to that as well. So let's kind of go back through here and fill in the rest of this. Number of flutes. So as we get into this, looking at the chamfer. So chamfer radius, so we need to fill this in. This is 0.015 inches. So this we've already kind of talked about the flute length, cutting direction. So, and here's a little breakdown of all of that information there as well. So, diameter of the cutter, diameter of the shank, the overall length, the length of the cut, and the corner radius here as well. So that's pretty much all we need to kind of pay attention to. We do need to fill out that information on the cutter size. Again, shaft, we could sit here and say, all right, what holder? Right now, basically, we're just kind of say we'll select the Cat 40 holder. Notice that kind of brings that up so you can kind of see that. If you look at some of the different tool holders, so kind of get an idea for the differences between some of these here. So, and you'll see different types of shapes. So, and that's just a matter of selecting the right one here for you. So, as you take a look at that, so notice the difference between your BT40 and your Cat 40. We'll go ahead with blank 2 here. I have not detected yet any kind of differences here on the holders as far as between an end mill holder or a collet holder or a collet nut. So we'll just kind of go with it. Again, for our programming purposes, I don't think that it is that critical of a need. However, if you're really, really going for full, for the basically the full automation and simulation on everything, then you would want to have everything as accurate as possible. Here again in our cutting data, our maximum RPM is 2000 RPM. So we're going to keep that. Notice the surface speed that they're talking about is only about 65 surface feet for here. Cutting feed rate, so they're talking about a 10,000th feed per tooth or 40 inches a minute. The lead end feed rate I would probably slow that down a little bit. we can kind of do a variable or anything. But right now, all of this is set to 40 inches a minute, so we can kind of keep that where it is as well. And again, the last thing here, we want to disable the coolant since we're not using it. Go ahead and click OK. And the second cutting tool that we need is taken care of. So